Conestoga Conversations Indigenous Edition. In this series, every conversation with student recruiters will be exploring the programs, pathways, and clusters at Conestoga College. The trades keep our world moving. They build and maintain infrastructure like our homes, schools, hospitals, roads, farms, and parks. They keep industries running by operating, fixing, and building machines. They operate and fix truck and coaches, heavy equipment, and construction equipment. Conestoga School of Trades and Apprenticeship is a leader in trades and apprenticeship training in Ontario. With the expected shortage of skilled workers in all sectors of the skilled trades areas in Ontario over the next 10 years, we'll need skilled workers, meaning careers in this area will be in high demand. Skilled trade workers have great earning potential, opportunities to advance in their careers, and they develop many transferable skills, keeping them highly employable. In today's conversation, we'll be talking about the Powerline and Electrical clustered programs at our Ingersoll, Waterloo, Doon, and Brantford campuses.
Some of you may be wondering, what does a student recruiter do? We are specialists in helping future prospective students by providing reliable information about programs and services, answering any Conestoga-related question on a one-to-one basis and within group settings, and leading you on virtual tours, and once we're back to normal, touring through our 8 campus locations. Conestoga student recruiters work with Indigenous students, students interested in degrees, trades and apprenticeships, and the general population.
My name is Roxane Shawana. I'm the Indigenous recruiter at Conestoga College, and I'm from Wacomicon's unceded territory on beautiful Manitoulin Island.
And my name is Elisha Rivard, and I work with the general population and have a background in career development. We are very excited to have our trades guru, Abby Brandis, joining us today. Abby, why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, everybody. My name's Abby Brandis, and I work with Roxane and Elisha as a recruiter. My main area of focus is trades and apprenticeship. So usually people looking to get more information about trades or an apprenticeship will contact me.
So today we're going to be talking about our Powerline program and the electrical clustered programs at our multiple campuses.
The focus of the conversation today is on Powerline and Electrical programming in our School of Trades and Apprenticeships. We'll review programs in our Powerline and Electrical clusters. Everyone has a different educational pathway. In our trades programming, you can take programs that are 1 or 2 years in length. So we're going to get started right away, and we're going to start with our electrical cluster.
Excellent. So Conestoga offers an electrical techniques program. It's a 1-year program, which is 8 months of school, which is really designed to give you an introduction to the world of electrical. There is so much to learn about electrical that if you don't even know where to start or you haven't had any kind of touch on of electrical, it's a great way to get yourself immersed in the trade. From the 1-year program, some do go on, most do go on into another program, but it is possible that you are appealing enough, depending on your drive and motivation, to go out and find yourself an apprenticeship. So if you are using the electrical techniques as a stepping stone to help you get into other programs, it will actually get you into the 2-year electrical technician industrial 2-year diploma program. You would get to skip the first semester of that. So you would join in the second semester of the 2-year program coming from the electrical techniques. So the electrical technician industrial program is very much geared to getting you out, getting you working, getting you into an apprenticeship. That program has an optional co-op. So a great direct link to an employer, a great chance for you to prove yourself as a good employee to that employer. And it also includes 2 levels of the in-school portion of your traditional apprenticeship in either industrial or construction and maintenance electrician. So you can really go either way from that program. So again, just really bringing you in, giving you everything that you'd need to know to be successful on a job site, but also then giving you whether you'd want to be an industrial or construction and maintenance electrician right off the bat too in our program. The electrical technician, I should mention, industrial is very competitive. So having your application in by February 1st is very important. And then your math and English credit that you have as your mark would be important to getting into the electrical technician industrial program.
That's important to note. Thanks for bringing that up, Abby.
And we can move into our Powerline technician program. Some people also use the 1-year electrical techniques to help them get into the Powerline technician program as well. So our Powerline technician program is 2 years. There's an optional co-op. It is very unique. There is no other program like it in Ontario. It is highly competitive. So any students looking to get into this program, you would need to have a 75% average in the math and English. And then you would want to, from that, you would be invited to attend a mandatory profile session. And in that profile session, it would be all about you. So what would make you good for that trade? Any past experiences, making sure you're physically fit, outdoorsy, not afraid of heights is a big one. And then it's actually 80% based on your profile score versus 20% of your high school marks that actually get you into that program. So Powerline only leads you into being a Powerline technician. So you're fixing and maintaining and installing those huge power lines that are out there. And a lot of the times you are working in nasty weather. So if you don't like the elements, this trade might not be right for you.
Abby, I just have a question because, I mean, you can see the picture how they're hanging from the posts. Now, I know math and everything's important, and you did touch on that, but can you just really briefly just touch on the safety? Like, what do they need? Like, what do they provide in this program to make sure they're safe? Because I know with this one, you're at high heights, like you're very high up there.
So all of our programs for trades, you do get your hoisting and rigging, safety, that type of stuff. This program specifically, you can see them all properly tied up. They're climbing poles with their spikes on their feet. So it's learning how to do all of those things properly, right, in our facilities, so that when you do go on a job site, you already know the safeties and training. Because yes, you are working at big heights, you are working with high voltages. There are a lot of danger aspects to Powerline.
And I just want to make a little note that there is a typo in the slide. It should say grade 12 English at the college or university level.
Yeah.
Just make
so it is, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, it is a grade 12 math and a grade 12 English that you'd need that 75% in to be eligible to participate in the profile session.
Thanks. The question that we get the most about this is the actual technician profile. And people always want to know how they can prepare for this and be ready. They want to know what kind of questions they're going to be asked. I think I just want to put out there that we don't have any like practice things on the website that you can kind of model that off of. Sometimes what I'll tell students to do, and I'll tell them to do this when we have a lot of, wherever you're submitting some kind of profile, it's a good idea to really review what you've done in the past. And one of the best ways to do that is to create yourself a resume. So you could go through and kind of create a resume that you think would be if you were applying right now to the Powerline program. So what kind of skills do you think would be important to highlight? Character traits, things that you've actually done maybe in your high school career, post-high school career. I know that Powerline is a program that sometimes we'll get graduates of other programs applying. So making sure that you're really highlighting everything that you've done. So when high schoolers are listening to this, sometimes they'll be like, well, I have those 40 hours of volunteer. That's great. I'm glad you do. Keeping in mind how many other students have those 40 hours. So you're going to have to go a little bit above and beyond when you're looking at this program, trying to get in right from high school.
That's excellent advice, Roxane.
So just keep that in mind. If you do want to kind of pick our brains as to what might be something that you'd want to highlight, you could always connect with us. I do suggest that resume to start, though, because, if anyone's going to put together a good resume, we know that it takes a little while. So making sure that you're putting everything in there that you think is of value. And then not only does it help you kind of organize your thoughts, when you're creating a resume, we're writing all the things that you learned and experienced when you were in that role. So you're going to be able to talk about it more effectively, actually, when you're going to these profile sessions. You're going to be familiar with all your experiences, and you're not just going to leave something out by accident because you put the time and energy into that. So that's the advice I give. Does anybody else have anything that they give to students or advise students on when they're asking about this?
I think you've mentioned some great points. It's just really, I think a lot of people struggle with heights. It gets them a lot. And so just really challenge in a safe way, your ability to go at high heights, because this is all done at heights, and people realize into the program that is really something that they can't get over. So you need to make sure that is okay with you.
That's a great point. And that is safe. The safety is the key.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I think that's all for that. Thank you so much, Abby. That's like I said, that's a program that we talk about a lot. So I'm sure this video is going to get a lot of views. If you want to talk to Abby more about the electrical or the Powerline programs, you can connect with her. Here's her contact information. And she'll be happy to give you some more details and share some more about the programs. If you want to hear more about the other programs and services, or even if you do want to start a conversation about Powerline and Electrical, you can connect with Elisha or myself. And you can do that in a few ways. You can text our cell phones, you can shoot us an email, or you can set up a Zoom conversation, whatever is your preferred method of communication. So thank you for joining us, and until next time, Bama P.